attention, analysis, and strategic foresight. AI in automation and the laws. AI augments legal practices by automating routine tasks, enhancing legal research, contract analysis, and even predicting case outcomes. Leveraging AI tools can streamline legal processes, improve efficiency, and enable legal professions to focus on more complex and high value tasks. The convergence of AI automation and law demands a collaborative effort involving legal experts, technologists, policymakers, and ethicists. A proactive approach that combines legal expertise with technological innovation is essential to navigate the evolving complexities and harness the transformative potential of AI while upholding ethical and legal standards within the legal domain. For an example, uh, a self-driving car is an autonomous vehicle that relies on artificial intelligence to operate. Sensors, actuators, algorithms, machine learning systems, and powerful processors are combined to make these vehicles function. Cars are equipped with several sensors that help them sense their surroundings. The light detection and ranging sensor measure distance, identifies road edges, and detects lane marking using light pulses, as well as radar sensors that monitors the position and distance of nearby vehicles. And the camera detects traffic lights, road signs, and monitors other road users, while the radar sensors monitors nearby vehicles. See, Indian laws are currently not equipped to deal with the legal challenges arising from the autonomous vehicles, particularly regarding liability for accidents. But the main concern is whether the country is ready technologically to accommodate them. In the UK, there has been shown the notable progress in formulating regulations for autonomous vehicles. The Automated and Legal Electrical Vehicle Acts of the 2018 explicitly outlines that the liability for accidents caused by the autonomous vehicles
Okay.
rests with the vehicle owner.
Thank you, Ms.
Nevertheless,
Shivani. I think that's all for today.
okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Moving on to the next speaker, Mr. Satyendra Kumar Sharma from HNB Garhwal University. Mr. Satyendra, am I audible to you?
Now I would request respected Dr. Shivani Singh ma'am, sitting in my resource person panel, to increase our knowledge by giving her statement regarding the theme and sub-theme of seminar. Ma'am, am I audible? Shivani Singh ma'am, am I audible? Next participant.
Next participant, Mr. Chetan Sharma from Jagran Law College. Mr. Chetan, am I audible to you?
So sorry to interrupt, but as per the sequence, after Shivani Nagar, I was the one who was supposed to present. Akash Tandon, as per the sequence which was provided.
Akash Tandon. So, Mr. Akash, please, let's start.
Thank you, thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Akash Tandon. I am a research scholar, and today I will be presenting and talking a little bit about the intersections of human rights in consonance with the technological development and the white collar crimes. How all three of them are related to each other. So, human rights and technology have an intricate relationship that shapes the fabric of the modern society. While technological advancement have the potential to enhance and protect the human rights, they also pose a significant challenge to our society. One of the recent development in the technology that has given new dimensions to the computer related offenses is the cybercrimes. And this emergence of the cybercrime with the technological development clubbed together has contributed to the rise of the white collar crimes globally, which is affecting our human rights crucially. While the white collar crime has become a worldwide phenomena with the advancement of commerce and technology. Like any other country, India is no way immune to the white collar criminality. So, my focus today in this presentation is how, with the advancement of white collar crimes, it should be criminalized under the Indian Penal Code also. The article delves into the escalating concern of the white collar crimes, specifically addressing the impact on human rights. It emphasizes the importance of balancing the benefits and risk of technological progress, which is crucial in safeguarding the human rights in our increasing digital world. Also, this article would be shedding light on the prevalence of the white collar crimes in India and the harm they inflict on the society, with the aim to educate and propose potential solutions. The first question which arises is, what is white collar crime? Where does this concept come from? So the concept of this white collar crime dates back to late 1930s. Professor Edwin Sutherland coined the word and gave the definition as any crime which is committed by a person of a respectability and high social status in the course of his occupation. This is a unique practical and theoretical challenge associated with the criminalization of white collar crimes, springing from the fact that a corporation is a fictitious entity which is having a legal personality from that of its members. Now, what is the current status of white collar crimes? What do we have as of now? There are certain offenses constituting white collar crimes that are already covered under our Indian existing acts of legislation, such as tax evasion, which is covered by the Income Tax Act 1961, evasion of excise duty under the Central Excise and Salt Act 1944, money laundering under the Foreign Exchange Regulations Act, fraudulent bankruptcy under the Banking Regulation Act, computer crime, software piracy, cyber crimes under the Copyright Act, IT Act, etc. However, there exists a need to solidify the law on such offenses. And how do we solidify it? By bringing together such offenses as well as the other offenses relating to white collar crime under the separate head in the Indian Penal Code. Now let us draw attention towards the advancement of the white collar crimes and why their criminalization is required under the Indian Penal Code. So, white collar crime embodies offenses perpetrated with the scope of legitimate business. Although white collar crime normally occurs at the corporate level, it is not necessary or limited to large businesses. A very minute example, a clerk takes money from registers under the typical but with state courts, various other laws. Therefore, technological advancement has increased the privilege and scope of such until now. The Sanatan Committee report dates back, gave its vivid picture as to what the white collar crimes are and how are they committed by persons of a respectable people such as businessmen, industrialists, contractors, suppliers, etc. The problem of white collar crimes receives a considerable importance in the recent times. White collar crimes have been defined approximately as a crime committed by a person of respectability and high social status. My presentation also covers how the problems was first focused in the England and USA after the First World War, when it was realized that losses resulting from business frauds exceeds those from the offenses against property that were punishable under orthodox notions of crime. My topic also covers various case laws of the United States, that is the United States versus Westnorth, the United States versus Parks, the United States versus Hensock, which clearly laid down the concept of white collar crimes and its criminality under the existing legal structure. Sutherland, in his various books, also examined the criminal activities of the various biggest corporations of Americas and focused attentions on restraint of trade, misrepresentation in advertising, infringement of patents, trademarks, copyrights, unfair labor practices, frauds, and business. So, therefore, and white collar crime is not only related to businesses. White collar crime also has its significant role in the environmental crimes. The environmental crimes are also within the scope of the white collar crimes. Over the past several years, the government of several countries has dramatically increased resources dedicated to the criminal investigation and prosecution of environmental crimes. In order to sum up, all I would say is there is a specific need to a new provision in the Indian Penal Code to be added as per the requirements. Thank you.
Moving on to the next speaker, we have Mr. Mr. Chetan Sharma from Jagran Law College. Mr. Chetan, am I audible to you? Mr. Chetan? Moving on, we have Miss Nishtha Dhuria from University of Rajasthan. Uh, Ms. Dhuria, am I audible to you? Um, Ms. Dhuria, are you there? Next, we have Mr. Lokesh Chandra Kukreti and Ms. Minakshi from HNB Garhwal University. Next, we have Mr. Udit Agnihotri from LNCT University, Bhopal. Mr. Agnihotri?
Sir, may I present next? This school, the participant number 19. I have waited a long, sir.
Yes, you may begin.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. A very good afternoon to everyone, and thank you for giving me opportunity to present my research paper titled Intellectual Property in the Digital Age, Copyright, Patent, and Trademark in the Era of Digital Content and Open Source Software on behalf of my guide, Dr. Balasaheb Garze, as co-author. My name is Kuldeep and I am research scholar at University of Technology, Jaipur. The main objective of my paper is to explore and analyze the various aspects and implications of intellectual property in the digital age with a focus on the three main types of the intellectual property, that is patent, copyrights, and trademarks. I will also compare and contrast the traditional and alternative models of intellectual property creation and management, such as open source software, open access publishing, and Creative Commons licensing, and evaluate their impact and relevance for the future of intellectual property. My paper is organized into following sections. I'll start my paper with introduction, meaning of categories of intellectual property rights like patent, copyright, trademark, industrial design, geographical indications, and trade secrets. Later on, I'll describe our digital era and digital media, the evolution of digital age in pre-digital era, in mid-digital era, and in post-digital era. I'll include background and context of intellectual property in digital age. What are the opportunities and challenges of the intellectual property in the digital age, and the digital content and open source software, types of digital content like text, images, audio, video, interactive multimedia as well. What is the background and context of intellectual property in the digital age, and open source softwares, their definitions, etc. Uh, moving to next, the main opportunities in intellectual property rights in digital is are it can foster innovations and creativity as people can build on each other's work and create new solutions. It can improve the quality and reliability of softwares as most people can test, debug, and fix errors and vulnerabilities. It can increase the accessibility and affordability of softwares as anyone can use, modify, and distribute it for free or for a low cost. It can promote the values of transparency, participation, and collaboration as people can learn from each other and contribute to the common goods. There are some challenges as well. It can pose new questions and dilemmas for intellectual property laws and policies, such as the balance between the interests of creators and consumers, the prevention and combat of online piracy and counterfeiting, the impact of intellectual property on access to knowledge and culture, and emergence of new forms of intellectual property such as virtual assets, online platforms, and artificial intelligence. It can challenge the traditional assumptions and paradigms of intellectual property, such as the exclusivity, monopoly, and commodifications of intellectual property rights, and the need for harmonization and adoption of intellectual property rules and practices in the digital environment. It can create new complexities and uncertainties for intellectual property protection and management, such as the scope of validity of IP licenses, the role and responsibilities of intermediaries, the jurisdiction and cross-border enforcement of IP rights, and the quality, reliability, and sustainability of IP. Moving towards the digital content and open source software, digital content refers to any information or media that is stored, transmitted, and accessed in a digital format. The encompasses a wide range of materials, including text, image, audio, video, and interactive multimedia. Digital content is any content that exists in the form of digital data. Digital content can include text, image, audio, video, animations, interactive features, and more. Digital content can be used for various purposes such as entertainment, education, communication, marketing, and e-commerce. Uh, so the main questions arises that how to balance the interests of creators and consumers of digital content, how to prevent and combat online piracy and counterfeiting, how to foster innovations and creativity in the digital environment, and how to deal with the emergence of new forms of intellectual property such as virtual assets, online platforms, and artificial intelligence. The main findings and arguments of my research are intellectual property in the digital age presents both opportunities and challenges for IP owners, users, and regulators, such as fostering innovations and creativity, preventing and combating online piracy and counterfeiting, balancing the interests of creators and consumers, and dealing with the emergence of new forms of intellectual property. Intellectual property in the digital age required harmonization and adoption of IP rules and practices to the digital environment, as well as the consideration of the social, cultural, and ethical dimension of intellectual property. Intellectual property in the digital age is influenced and challenged by the alternative models of intellectual property creation and management, such as open source software, open access publishing, and Creative Commons licensing, which offer different motivations, incentives, benefits, and drawbacks for IP owners, users, and societies. The main conclusion and recommendation of my research are intellectual property in the digital age is a vital and fascinating topic that deserves more attention and action from the academics, legal, and policy communities as well. Intellectual property in the digital age needs more empirical studies and case studies to examine the impact and effectiveness of intellectual property laws and
Thank
policies
you,
in the
Mr.
digital
Bahuguna.
context. Thank you so much.
Next, we have Ms. Shreya Rawat and Mr. Anas Ali from Siddharth Law College, Dehradun.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm just turning on my video. Hi, everyone. My name is Shreya. Hi, everyone. My name is Shreya. Good morning to good afternoon to everyone present here. I am an assistant professor in Siddhartha Law College, Dehradun, and today I'm going to present on the particular topic and talking about the online dispute resolution and how it can help in the future of India. May I just Yeah, I'm sorry for the disturbance. So, guys, as we know that India is continuously embracing AI in different fields. Globally, also we are embracing AI, and may it be the digital payments and the other fields as well. Especially when talking about the legal sector, we have contract review, legal research, transcription services, and data analysis, and many other things. And Indian judiciary that has also not left behind. As globally, we have USA's Heart and UK's Heart, USA's Compass, Argentina's Prometea. We also in India has some NLP that called called SUVAS portal and the SUPAS portal as well. We have justice clocks, and the AI is being used by the Indian judiciary in many forms. Now, if we talk about, especially we're talking about the ODR, it is one of the technology that can provide speedy justice, and today I'm going to talk about that. ODR is obviously it comes from the word ADR, which is alternative dispute resolution. It consists of negotiation, mediation, and arbitration. So ODR, or the online dispute resolution, it basically is a digital space to solve the cases in which the parties can resolve their disputes, and they can negotiate their discords and disagreements. Unlike the conventional court litigations, the ODR calls for an online interface and to use technology and to do tasks such as video hearings, and that is what ODR is about. ODR is particularly for the small or value or the medium value cases where, say, judicial mind is not that much applicable. Plus, of course, there's video conferencing and the use of AI as well. Area certainly the need of the hour, we can say, especially when more and more people are going towards litigating. There's a trend of litigation these days, and more people and more organizations, they are heading on to litigations, and they're moving to the courts, and we see that how much backlog has created, how much backlog we've created, and the courts, they are overflowing with the cases. As we talk of now, especially today, we see that in the time of COVID, especially then when there's a rise of cases, and the cases are overflowing, the need of ODR was mostly felt at this time. If we talk about the report of NJDG, which is the National Judicial Digital Form, which is a database of the Ministry of Justice, 27% increase has been seen in the cases in just 2.5 years, which is huge. And of course, there are more than 4.7 crores cases pending in the cases right now. So we see what is the need of the ODR here. Of course, it is speedy, it is expeditious, it is cost effective, it is something which is it's a flexible technique, and it is a maximum which it is a mechanism which is accessible. Like we are sitting at home thousands of miles away from the court. Without the actual presence, we can actually fight our case, we can actually litigate. So of course the ODR works there. But of course, there are many other challenges that are pertaining. And why are we not using it? Because there are many challenges pertaining to it. Especially talking about India, the very first challenge we have is the digital infrastructure, the lack of digital infrastructure. Because the very sine qua non, or we say that the prerequisite for the ODR is the robust technology. We do need a huge technology, which includes the computer system, which includes the smartphones, and of course, a very important thing, which is the bandwidth, a high bandwidth internet. So this is something the government needs to work upon. And of course, there is the lack of digital literacy. If we look over the ministry, or if we go as per the statistics provided by the Ministry of IT, we can see that 38% of India is digitally illiterate. So especially if we see in the rural areas, people are not that much familiar with the technology. So of course we need to work there also. That's an issue. And the third one we can say is the privacy issue that we have, because it is like really easy to tamper with the digital evidence. So that's a problem. Plus, of course, there is a problem. This is prone to online impersonation, and it is also prone to the breach of confidentiality. Of course, there's a privacy issue existing. And then, of course, there is the fourth point would be that there's a lack of trust in the ODR services. Why? Because of course, people in India, they are very skeptical about the technology, whether it would work or not. So that is something that mistrust is also a question getting in the way of ODR. And coming to my conclusion, like how can we improve the ODR system? First of all, as we saw, we can improve the infrastructure. The government is to work upon it. It can improve the broadband connection. There are many campaigns and many programs that are heading towards it, and we're expecting more. Plus, we can of course help in the digital literacy. We see programs that like SOYAM, which is about the study web for active learning. We can involve courses which are related to the online technology, getting familiar with the online technology, plus through various cases and programs like various campaigns and programs like PGM Disha, the Pradhan Mantri Disha Digital Saksharta Abhiyan. And lastly, I would say that blockchain technology can also be used in protecting the evidence, which can, of course, and we can learn from the other countries as well, may it be UK's Casement or Canada's CRT, which is, it has made a small claims dispute for it. And all these kind of technology.
Uh, क्या question? Next we have any. Does anyone have any questions to for Miss Rawat? Next we have Miss Namrata Jain. Miss Namrata, am I audible to you? Next we have Mr. Udit Agnihotri. Mr. Agnihotri, am I audible to you?
Now, now I would request
Ma'am.
respected Shivani Singh ma'am, sitting in our resource personnel panel, to increase our knowledge by giving her statement regarding the theme and sub-theme of seminar.
सर सबको चांस मिलने को क्या कहा था?
Thank you all. That's all for today technical session. I, Samar Majid, Assistant Professor of Vasudev Law College, express my gratitude to all the participants and the resource persons for our participations and contribution in today's online technical session. Thank you so much. Offline presenters will be presenting their papers now. Resource person will speak later on. Thank you.
I would like to introduce Ms. Babita Joshi.
Good noon, our dignitaries, honorable guests, advisors, organizers, teachers and researchers and participants present here. I, Babita Joshi, student of Vasudev College, standing here to present my paper. First of all, I would like to thank you all for coming here today, for becoming the part of this beautiful seminar. Now, I would like to start my paper. The topic is Law and Technology, Future Prospect and Digitalized World. Introduction. The world is moving ahead, and so are we, human beings, who have grown a lot in the field of technology when compared to any other field. Similarly, in the field of law, technology law is one such field that is growing every day. Technology law primarily regulates the utilization of technology and examines its relationship with legal matters. The field of technology has expanded a lot during the time of pandemic, and due to this everything has shifted online, and people have started to enter into all kinds of contracts and agreements through online technology. What is law? Almost everything we do is governed by some set of rules. There are rules for games, for social club, for sports, and for adults in workplace. There are also rules imposed by morality and custom that play important role in telling us what we should do and what we should not to do. However, some rules, those made by the state or the courts, are called laws. Data security and privacy. Data security matters for every industry. There are no exceptions. Whenever sensitive digital information is transferred, accessed, or produced, it needs to be properly protected. All companies and organizations have a responsibility to put effective cybersecurity strategies in place. Human beings value their privacy and the protection of their personal sphere of life. The value of some control over who knows what about them. They certainly do not want their personal information to be accessible to just anyone to any time. But recent, but recent advances in information technology threaten privacy and have reduced the amount of control over personal data and open
Thank you
up
so
the
much, ma'am.
possibility of range.
Thank you.
Next, we have Savita Pandey.
Good afternoon, all the participants over here. Good afternoon, ma'am. I'm Savita Pandey. I'm from LLB, 5th semester. And today I will be presenting on my paper, The Implementation of Digital Sovereignty and Data Privacy in the Growing Revolutionary Era of Artificial Intelligence. As I would like to start with a quote of Charles Babbage that it is not the strongest species to survive, not the most intelligent, but the one who is most adaptable to change. And in the era of new fast-paced technology where all the developed and developing countries are adopting the artificial intelligence to improve the national strategy of their country, and there are in several fields like healthcare, agriculture, education, for making the cities smart. So they are using, so that's why it's become very important for India as well to use the artificial intelligence for the production, for the improvement, for the development of their country. And India has a revolutionary stake on artificial intelligence. And today, in current, our budget 2023-2024, our respected Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman have also said that the artificial intelligence should be implemented, and the vision for today's India is to make AI for India and make AI work for India. And that's why, and the artificial intelligence has so many benefits, like it improves the speed quality, like in remote areas, in the hospitals are situated in far rural areas, but through the help of artificial intelligence now, each and every people, doesn't matter whether they are rich or poor, they are getting the facilities all throughout the world. Even the students, the children who live in rural areas, they can get the best teachers throughout the world who are far away, sitting from their reach. They can also get the best education available, and the efficiency and productivity also will be increased. There will be better decision, and the profitability for the development of the country, it will increase. And there are some of the premier institutions like Indian Institute of Management, IIT. They all are providing the good education to in the field of, especially in HR, artificial intelligence, like they are providing master's degree, they are providing PhD degree. So that is for our children, for the upcoming generation, so that they, in the future, they can build the best application that will help for the improvement of the country. And also, like I have already told, that in healthcare, agriculture, education, in making the cities more developed, it's helping. But there also, with the benefit, the disadvantages also come, like a spoon fed. So that's why there are several misuse also in the growing developed country. So that's why the digital sovereignty also is very important.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Uh, uh, Good morning, everyone. We have amongst ourselves Dr. Sudhir Kumar Chaturvedi, Professor of Law from Hemati Nandan Bahuguna University. He is also a resource person for us. So I would request Dr. Kedar Paladia, sir, to welcome him with a bouquet and bring him to the chair. Please, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Kindly take your seat. We'll be continuing with the session now. Some of the offline presentations are still left, and the session will be closed within 20-25 minutes. Like after 30 minutes, we have some contributions by our resource persons. So kindly stay till the end of the session. Next participant, please.
Next, we have Ms. Bhavna Dolgai.
Good afternoon, everyone. Respected chair and co-chair, I, Bhavna Dhulgai of BLLB 3rd SEM, is here to present a paper on the topic cybercrime, fear culture and its legal framework. So here I begin. The advent of technology has provided people an opportunity to explore their capabilities. With time, as internet gained popularity, the misuse of internet began. In 2019, a significant jump to around 45.5 thousand cybercrime were reported. Cybercrime is one of the biggest threat toward economy, national interest of individual states and business. The question here arises is that can any antivirus program be trusted blindly, and will there be 100% guarantee that it would prevent us against cybercrime? There are certain laws to make sure that one thinks before attempting a cybercrime, and criminals should be penalized as per the intensity of the crime and damage caused to victim. How cybercrime affect people's life? Hack attacks and other cybercrime can cause not only financial problems but also mental stress to victims. These crimes not only cause fear in the minds of victims but also other people get affected through it and they become fearful while using internet. Negative impact on society caused due to cybercrime. First, financial loss or loss of income. One effect of cybercrime is the financial loss of individual. Cybercriminals use various methods to gain access to an individual financial information such as credit card numbers, bank account details. Second, emotional trauma. Victims of cybercrime often feel violated and vulnerable, leading to fear and anxiety. Third, loss of reputation. Cybercriminals may use stolen information to post embracing content online, leading to loss of credibility and trust. Fourth, loss of intellectual property. Cybercriminals target businesses to steal intellectual property. Fifth, increase in cyberbullying and harassment. Cybercriminals use technology to target individuals and groups, spreading harassing messages. Prevention and mitigation. Cybersecurity measures. Users should create a strong password. Second, software and operating system should be up to date and with latest security patches. Government should also implement initiatives and policies to protect citizens from cybercrime. These include establishing cybersecurity standards and regulation for business and organizations. Government should invest in research and development technologies. Creative insurance might also protect intellectual property and cover injuries or damage to property or equipment. Legal frameworks against cybercrime.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Due to time constraint, we have to give other participants also
Excuse me,
opportunity.
ma'am. I think I am only left in online session.
So you can proceed.
Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
So please
So,
introduce
good afternoon.
yourself.
Yes, ma'am. I'm
Advocate
just.
Dipankar Sharma.
Yes, ma'am. Deepankar.
So you can proceed. Thank you.
The screen is visible.
So no, screen is not.
Screen is not visible.
It's loading. So now it is visible, sir.
Okay. So, good afternoon, all of you. My name is Deepankar Sharma. I am research scholar from Manav Rachna University, Faridabad, Haryana. So, greeting from my side to the dignitaries, honorable chairpersons, and respected participants and scholars. So my title of my paper is Challenges in Using ADR, Study of Advanced Technology Era. So, in the introduction and the need, ADR refers to different ways to people can resolve disputes without a trial. Commonly, ADR processes includes arbitration, mediation, negotiation, and lok adalat. We have traditional litigation processes which can be slow, expensive, and ill-suited for handling disputes arising from rapidly evolving digital technologies and global connections. So I think we need of technologies in today modern era. Arbitration, if we talk about arbitration is a method of alternative dispute resolution. Being more flexible and efficient alternative offers several advantages in this evolving environment for resolving such disputes. And mediation involved intervention of third person into dispute to assist the third parties in resolving the issues in conflict. And if I talk about Lok Adalat is a form where disputes and cases which are pending in the court law pre-litigation stage are settled or compromised amicably. So why Lok Adalat is in online in after this COVID era or during the COVID era, from that onward, from there onward, Lok Adalat was being held in online mode also. In the light of COVID-19, Supreme Court direction to promote technology in the Indian justice system. I was a case manager in Sama. Sama is an online portal which provides Lok Adalat proceedings. Sama is providing the technical support to the state legal services authority across the country to hold online lok adalats. So online collaborative disputes will play the most important role in keeping the wheels of justice. So if I would talk about the challenges in context of technology in the field of access to justice, we can say, or in perspective of alternative dispute resolution, few challenges I have found. First is data security and privacy. In mediation proceedings, as there are family matters proceedings also going on and various commercial proceedings are going on, if we convert it into international perspective, there may be a challenge on technology also. And second, fraudulent transactions. When Lok Adalat was going on during the COVID era, and I have seen people are connecting with the persons court masters, court staff. They are paying extra or indirectly they are paying. And there are IMPS transactions also, like UPI payment, where anybody can pay on it. There are jurisdiction issue in context of divisions, as we have various divisions, court divisions, and it will impact on human interaction, intellectual and emotional disturbance. As if I talk about family matrimonial dispute, there the kinds and the parties have emotional disturbance. So in online mode, they may misuse displacement of human expertise. Machines become hard to live as AI era will now come subsequently. So there may be a chance of displacement of human expertise in terms of technology. There is biasness and fairness, transparency and accountability, ethical consideration, accessibility for smaller disputes. As in, except from the Delhi, there are various villages and where the people are unable to where
Thank you,
people are
sir.
unable. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Excuse me, ma'am. This is Ishan Singhal. I've been also been left in for the online presentation.
Yes, please.
Yes, you may begin, Mr. Singhal.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. So my topic is legal framework for the combating cyber threats and cybercrime in India and overview. Am I audible to you?
Yes, you are audible but not visible.
Wait a minute.
Now you are visible. Thank you.
Okay. So in the introduction part, we have tried to cover that how the 21st century has seen a significant shift in the technology leading to the digital age that has significantly impacted individuals, business, and government. And we have also tried to cover the conventions and the international collaborations which are being doing at the global level, such as Budapest Conventions and the European Convention on Cybercrime. In the introduction part, we have also tried to cover that how the traditional crime legislation is different from the cyber crimes, which involves a complex legal aspects of cyber risk. In second part, we have dealt what are the historical background. In historical background, we have tried to cover that when the internet usage of internet is increasing, the weakness of digital systems become evident. We have dealt with the example of Morris bomb and I Love You bomb, which has been instigated at 2000, which highlighted the potential of cybercrime. Earlier, it was basically done for testing and research, but its situation was transformed when the malevolent actors realized the lucrative opportunities for financial gain. As now, the cybercrime industry has become a very profitable industry. However, with the rapid pace of technology and advancement, has continued to continuous revisions and modification to align the ever-changing landscape of potential risk. We have also discussed various new factors or new vectors in cybercrime, such as email spoofing, ATMs card skimming, phishing, and phishing. You may be surprised to know that the IT Act 2000 does not cover any of the offenses which are new emerging. Only the section 43A and 66B are dealing with it. In the international legal framework, we have the Budapest Convention of Cybercrime, which was ratified in 2001, and the regional entities like Asian and African Union. We have also international organizations like the UN and Interpol, which are collaborating to combat the cyber threat. On the other hand, in the national framework, we have the Information Technology Act, which was passed in 2000. But in 2008, a major amendment come which includes the prosecution of cyber terrorism, broadening cyber cafe scopes, and addressing and data breaches to adapt to involving cyber threats. Even a certain agency was established, which means a computer emergency response team was established to address and manage cybersecurity crisis in India. Even a CCIC cell, which means the Cybercrime Investigation Cell, and the police state units were established to investigate and address cyber crimes. There are various challenges, such as the policymaker must ensure the relevance and effectiveness of this framework. Cybercrimes often extend beyond national boundaries. Now, what are my suggestions? My suggestions are that that we need international collaborations to address these issues. Exchange of information should be there. Specialized units must be dedicated to address the cybercrime. And even the IT Act must also be updated and amended because the objectives of the IT Act says only the regulations of the contracts, which are not covering any cybercrimes. It basically added, or we can implement it to govern the digital signatures only. As well as there is also need to imperative or strengthen to the regulatory norm set for the Reserve Bank of India, because we see that the large numbers of transactions being dealt by Reserve Bank of India. There has also been an increase in cybercrime, which can be easily seen by the RBI NCRB data. In a particular case, Dr. Devinder Singh versus Navdeep Singh and others, we have seen that the complaint alleges that the accused has managed a fake email account in the name of complainant and sent obscene remarks to a unknown person of the complainant. The IP address was tracked down to identify the accused of the High Court of Punjab and Hunt. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next, we have Ms. Pratibha Chaudhary, Ms. Pratibha Chaturvedi.
मेरा यार साला पीपीटी नहीं आया यार थोड़ा वो
Good afternoon.
Welcome, Pratibha.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for giving me this opportunity. A very good afternoon to all the respected chairperson and the participant. Myself, Pratibha Chaudhary from Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar University, Agra. Today, I am going to present my research paper on use of AI in forensic science and administration of criminal justice system in Indian perspective. Now, when we talk about the artificial intelligence, then we all are agree on this point that artificial intelligence is the one of the technology which has become the part of our life that influences our decisions making patterns and needs. Artificial intelligence in forensic science is playing a significant role that might become a key part of the forensic in administration of criminal justice by detecting skeptical activities and artificial intelligence also prevent crimes or an investigation in DNA test profiling and which making more comfortable and easy life. But we should not forget that this is also cost our privacy, data privacy. Further, when we talk about the artificial intelligence and uses of artificial intelligence in the law enforcement agencies that concerned about law enforcement, criminal justice have to be equally equipped and prepared the leverage technology such as artificial intelligence to improve crime prevention with the security of individuals' right and data privacy. Recently, the Supreme Court has also launched the AI transcriptions, which means that all the judgments are going to be translated in the all the language, uh, all the language, and maintain the flooded cases in the courts. At last, I want to conclude it with some points.
Thank you, Pratibha.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Now, I would like to ask Dr. Kalpesh Gupta sir to conclude our online technical session. As you are with us for whole session, sir, please concluding statements.
Yeah, thank you very much, team, for again for kind introduction. So first of all, I'd like to thank organizer for organizing this very unique event. Again, very pertinent one, and I can see variety of papers and thought have been put in this online and offline session also. So I request participant I can see, and then in future, some of the participant I would say please focus on very niche area rather than focusing on talking about entire thing. For example, talking about cyber law in very general or any other things. So focus, pick up any niche area and try to focus on as much as possible. So you will be more, uh, in depth. You'll be able to do research and then put some thoughts, new things in for the literature. And I request organizer to classifying these all papers. You just ask them to look at full papers. Ask them to submit full papers in the format whatever you planning to do, and then see if there is in the criteria wise, theme wise, and try to I can see you can have good quality 25-30 papers. That's very ideal for the your would be good see outcome of this particular the conference. So this is my input, and I wish you all the best, all the participant of course organizer. Thank you very much. Over to you.
Thank you so much, sir,
Thank you.
for your knowledgeable words. Now, I will pass this mic to Dr. Chaturvedi, sir, Assistant Professor of Faculty of Law, HNBGU, Terry Campus. Sir.
Good afternoon, one and all connected here through online mode. All presenters presented very well through online mode. And the topic of the seminar is law and technology future aspect and challenges in the digital era. We know law is changing as far as technology is changing. So there is need of some changes in the law with respect to the technology. And one recent aspect relating to technology is AI. We are talking about AI in world level, but it is important guideline how to use the AI. We should not exceed the limits of artificial intelligence, because excessive use of AI, it may be harmful for us. And in this session, many participants highlighted the aspect of AI, cyber crime and cyber security. We are facing big problem relating to cyber crime. So how can we control this crime? Because everyone is using the mobile, Android mobile. So, and in sometimes we are creating the crimes without any proper reason. It means we are using the app, we are sending the message without any proper reason. Unnecessarily we are opening the app. We always try to get some better. So how can we control this system? How can we prevent this crime? So we should focus on, we should not open, we should not access any link without the proper identification. Regarding government schemes, government has launched some various schemes relating to prevention of cyber crime. One important scheme is the I4C, Inter-Cyber Crime Coordination Center. And this center has 7 components, and all components are already working. And this scheme has been started in the 2020 by the central government. And one another problem is data protection. So very recently, Parliament had passed this act relating to Data Protection Act. And some presenters highlighted about human right aspect, OTT. This is also good aspect relating to the future aspect of technologies. And we have to be very careful as far as technology era, in digital era, because in 1980, there were no word about the internet and computers. And now in this era, nothing are left. We are using the term E, like e-music, e-commerce, e-transaction, etc., etc. So, because we are bound on time constraint, so in last but not least, I would say we have to be very careful to access the electronic gadgets. We should not access, we should not excessive use of the electronics gadgets. And we have to follow, we should follow the guidelines prescribed by the government. For example, if any problem arises relating to cyber crime, the first important step is we should focus on free dial number, that is 1930. And we have to identify, we have to search some investigating tools. Because in Code of Criminal Procedure, what are the investigating measures, what are the investigating process? It is not directly related to the cyber investigation crimes. So, being a law teachers, you all are law students, some are law faculties. So we have to work on some investigation process. How can we control the cyber crime? So with this word, thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, sir. That's all for the today's technical session. I, Samar Majid, expressly My gratitude to all the participants and resource person for your participation and contribution in online technical session. Thank you everyone. Thank you Nidhi ma'am. Thank you Shivani Singh ma'am. Thank you Kalpesh sir. Thank you Veer Mayang sir.
दो मिनट का हो रहा है ऐसे बहुत लोग हैं ना नेक्स्ट वी हैव ज्योति बिस्ट
Can you send me list of the presenters? I have sent abstract.
वो तो गौरव गुप्ता सर भेजेंगे
Hello?
माइक ऑन कर देना yes Miss Namrata Jain we are sending the list right away
Yes, yes. So I can decide where is my number. So, okay.
sir वो तो लिस्ट मांग रही है ना ऑनलाइन सेशन तो पहले खत्म होगा
Tomorrow login नहीं हुआ था.
मिस नम्रता जैन
हाँ जी, ये मेरा जो पेपर है उसका नंबर कब आएगा या चला गया?
मैम we called out your name but you were not present so the online session we have
Okay,
ended
okay,
it
okay.
now we are continuing with
अच्छा,
the
अच्छा.
offline session
अच्छा, कितनी देर तक और चलेगा अपना सेशन?
मैम योर सेशन इज द मैम आपका सेशन खत्म हो चुका है ऑनलाइन वाला अब ऑफलाइन चल रहा है
अच्छा, अच्छा, अब ऑफलाइन चल रहा है. ओके, ओके. तो अब्स्ट्रैक्ट भी मुझे सेंड नहीं किया. हेलो.
मैम बाद में वो सब सॉर्ट आउट हो जाएगा अभी
ठीक है, तो आप मुझे अब्स्ट्रैक्ट सेंड कर दीजिएगा आफ्टर देन और मैं आपको फुल पेपर जो है वो सेंड कर दूंगी. ओके
ओके मैम ओके
ओके, थैंक यू. मैं अटेंड कर रही हूँ, भले ऑफलाइन है तो भी.
माइक ऑन करो
A very good afternoon to all are present here. Respected chair and co-chair, I am Jyoti Bist, BLLB third semester. I am going to present paper in front of you all on the topic डिजिटल दुनिया में हो रहे अपराध एवं उसके रोकथाम की आवश्यकता. So here I begin. भारत में साइबर अपराध सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी 2000 और भारतीय दंड संहिता 860 द्वारा कवर किए जाते हैं। यह सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी अधिनियम 2000 है, जो साइबर अपराधों और इलेक्ट्रॉनिक कमांड्स से संबंधित मुद्दे हैं। हालांकि वर्ष 2008 में अधिनियम में संशोधन किया गया और साइबर अपराध की परिभाषा और सजा को रेखांकित किया गया। भारतीय दंड संहिता 860 और राष्ट्रीय रिजर्व बैंक अधिनियम में कई संशोधन भी किए गए। वर्तमान समय में इसकी बढ़ती आबादी को देखा जा सकता है। इंटरनेट के आने से लेकर इंटरनेट में हो रहे अपराध को देखकर इसमें लोगों को असुरक्षितता का भाव उत्पन्न हो रहा है। इसमें डिजिटल बैंकिंग, धोखाधड़ी, मोबाइल एप्लीकेशन के माध्यम से हमला करना और पर्सनल कंप्यूटर या लैपटॉप पर वायरस का हमला कर देना, यह सब इसके अंतर्गत आता है। साइबर चोरी, वायरस हमला, साइबर आतंकवाद, स्कैमिंग, फार्मिंग इस अपराध के अंतर्गत शामिल है। तकनीकी बहुत अधिक जटिल है, इसलिए कंप्यूटर को वायरस से बचाना तथा हैकर से बचाना बहुत मुश्किल होता जा रहा है। हैकर राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा के लिए भी हैक कर देता है, क्योंकि आजकल के दौर पर राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा एक तरह से इंटरनेट पर निर्भर होती जा रही है। इसके चलते हैकर राष्ट्रीय रहस्य या व्यावसायिक को हैक कर लेता है। हैकर एक मनुष्य के लिए या एक सॉफ्टवेयर के लिए खतरा नहीं, बल्कि एक राष्ट्र के लिए भी खतरा है। कंप्यूटर पर वायरस डाटा संग्रहित होना या सब कंप्यूटर ऑपरेटिंग सिस्टम लाखों कोडों के साथ प्रोग्राम किए जाते हैं। कोडों में गलतियां हो सकती है। मानव मस्तिष्क इतना खराब है कि वह किसी भी स्तर पर गलतियां कर सकता है। इस समावेश के अंतर्गत अपराध का अभिचार है। जो अपराधी होते हैं वो इस कानून के सिद्धांतों के विरुद्ध हैं, जिसके लिए दंड का प्रावधान विद्वान है। इस अवधारणा को यदि हम और सामने से देखें तो अपराध का अर्थ किसी ऐसे कृत्य या आचरण से है जिसे समाज अपनी व्यवस्थाओं पर खतरा मानते हैं तथा अनैतिक या गैर कानूनी का करार देता है। दुनिया में नियम कानून के बिना समाज में शांति व्यवस्था की कल्पना भी नहीं की जा सकती, क्योंकि कानून ही यह परिभाषित करता है कि कौन सी कृत्य या आचरण समाज के लिए हानिकारक होती है। धन्यवाद।
Next, we have Prachi Adhikari.
A very good afternoon, namaskar to everyone who is a part of this seminar. I, Prachi Dikari of LLB first semester of Vasudev College, Haldwani, District Nainital, Uttarakhand, here to speak on the topic Law and Technology, Future Prospect and Challenges in a Digitalized World. Let's talk about it. As the topic says this topic says suggest an exploration of the dynamic relationship between legal systems and technological advancement in the context of increasingly digitized society. Let's break down the key component of the title. Law and technology. Law refers to the body of rules and regulation established by a society or government to maintain order and resolve dispute. Technology encompasses the application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes, particularly in the development of tools, systems, and processes. Future prospect. Future indicates a forward-looking perspective exploring what lies ahead. Prospects refers to potential opportunities, advancement, and positive development that may arise. Challenges in a digitalized world. Challenges highlights obstacles, difficulties, or issues that need to be addressed. Digitalized world describes the contemporary environment characterized by the widespread use and integration of digital technologies. Putting all together, if we conclude it, it will be like the title suggests an examination of the evolving relationship between legal framework and technological innovations. The presentation aims to discuss the potential opportunities, that is prospect, and obstacles, that is challenge, that arise as technology continues to shape and transform the legal landscape within the context of a world what is becoming increasingly digital. The goal is to understand how these two spheres interact, the implications for society, and the measures need to navigate this complex interaction successfully. Pres- Presented, this digitalized world requires proactive,
Thank you, Prachi.
collaborative efforts. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Next, we have Anshita Sanwal.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anshita Sanwal. This research paper is presented by me, Anshita Sanwal, and co-author Ankita Sanwal. The topic of this research paper is Artificial Intelligence, a Threat to Data Security. The rapid advancement of artificial intelligence has led to the beginning of transformative era. This abstract gives a comprehensive overview of multidimensional impact of AI on diverse domains ranging from challenges to data security and privacy. It focuses on challenges faced by AI algorithm that may lead to data privacy breaches. As artificial intelligence continues to advance, so do the threats posed to sensitive information. Through an in-depth examination of recent development, methodologies, and case studies, we explore the potential vulnerabilities and privacy concerns that emerge when AI intersects with data. In this paper, we tried to present case studies that illustrate real-world instances where machine learning applications have posed challenges to data security and privacy, emphasizing the need for understanding these technology. Geoffrey Hinton, godfather of AI, said that AI could kill humans and there might be no way to stop it. That is why it became more important for us to research on the increasing threats of AI and its algorithm. Artificial intelligence is an emerging technology whose future is still unpredictable by human species. This research paper contains potential threat of AI to data security and focus on practical solutions to measure this threat. Protecting privacy builds trust in online activities, promote confidence, and ensure ethical handling of sensitive data. We tried to find ways to minimize the increasing threat of AI. The study dealt with implications for data integrity, confidentiality, and user privacy. Through an extensive analysis, the research concluded that a comprehensive solution demands to keep strong locks like encryption methods. It is like having a double-layered shield to keep our data safe. Thank you, and have a wonderful day ahead.
Next up, we have Umra Siddiqui.
नमस्कार, मैं उमरा सिद्दीकी, छात्रा BLB फर्स्ट सेमेस्टर की। मेरा कानून और प्रौद्योगिकी डिजिटल दुनिया में भविष्य की भावनाओं और चुनौतियों पर अपने विचार प्रस्तुत करूंगी। हमारी तेज़ी से डिजिटल हमारे संदर्भ में कानून प्रणाली तकनीकी प्रगति के बीच होते हुए संबंध की प्रणाली की अवधारणा देते हुए कानून और प्रौद्योगिकी, कानून व्यवहार के नियंत्रण करने, कानून सुनिश्चित करने, व्यवसाय बनाने के लिए समाज द्वारा स्थापित नियमों और विनियमों का सिद्धांत देता है। समूह समाज में इससे वैधानिक कानून, केस कानून, कानूनी मिसालें शामिल हैं। प्रौद्योगिकी मानव क्षमताओं को बढ़ाने वाले उपकरण, प्रक्रिया, सिस्टम बनाने के लिए वैज्ञानिक ज्ञान का अनुप्रयोग शामिल है। कानून के संदर्भ में प्रौद्योगिकी कानून अभ्यास, प्रशासन, कानूनी सेवा, डिजिटल की दुनिया प्रभावित कर सकती है। भविष्य और भावनाओं। भविष्य एक दूरदर्शनी परिष्कृत तात्पर्य है, यह स्वीकार करते हुए कि समाज निरंतर परिवर्तन और विकास की स्थिति में तकनीकी विकास को कानून प्रणालियों में उनके प्रभाव में संदर्भ में लाता है। धन्यवाद।
Next up, we have Meena Joshi.
रिस्पेक्टेड चेयर एंड को चेयर, शुभ मध्याह्न। मेरा नाम मीना जोशी, एलएलबी प्रथम वर्ष की छात्रा, वासुदेव कॉलेज ऑफ लॉ। आज 2 दिवसीय सेमिनार, नेशनल सेमिनार कार्यक्रम में आज का मेरा सेमिनार पेपर विषय है साइबर खतरों और अपराध से निपटने हेतु कानूनी ढांचा। इस पर अपनी प्रस्तुति प्रस्तुत करने से पहले मैं यह पेपर के लिए श्रीमती समर माजिद मैम के मार्गदर्शन एवं सानिध्य के रूप में मैम को हार्दिक धन्यवाद प्रेषित करती हूँ। साइबर अपराध को एक ऐसे अपराध के रूप में परिभाषित किया जाता है जहां कंप्यूटर या अन्य किसी डिजिटल नेटवर्क वाले उपकरण के माध्यम से अपराध का होना पाया जा सकता है अथवा अपराध के उपकरण के रूप में प्रयोग किया जा सकता है। भारतीय संविधान की 7वीं अनुसूची के अनुसार साइबर अपराध राज्य सूची के अंतर्गत आता है। आज हम ऐसे महत्वपूर्ण विषय पर चर्चा करेंगे जो समाज में हमें एक नए काल की ओर ले जा रहा है। कानून और तकनीकी डिजिटल विश्वास में भविष्य और उसके प्रति चुनौतियां। भारत में साइबर सुरक्षा को लेकर कुछ मुख्य अधिनियम स्थापित हैं, जिनमें कुछ प्रमुख हैं। सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी अधिनियम 2000, जो हमारे डिजिटल संसार को केंद्रित रखते हुए ध्यान में रखता है। इसके अलावा भारतीय दंड संहिता, जो साइबर अपराधों के खिलाफ कानूनी कार्यवाही को संभालता है। इसके अतिरिक्त व्यक्तिगत डेटा सुरक्षा विधेयक भी है, जो व्यक्तिगत डेटा को सुरक्षित रखने हेतु बनाया गया है। साइबर अपराध अधिनियम 2000 और सूचना प्रौद्योगिकी नियम 2011, ये अधिनियम हमारे देश की डिजिटल सुरक्षा को बढ़ावा देने हेतु कार्य में आते हैं। इसके अलावा हमारे लिए यह महत्वपूर्ण है कि हम किस तरह से साइबर सुरक्षा को अपने व्यक्तिगत रूप में एवं सरकार एवं अन्य नीतियों में साथ देखते हैं। अब हमारे पास ये महत्वपूर्ण विषय आता है। अब मैं निष्कर्षित रूप में यह कहना चाहूँगी कि आजकल इंसानों में से ज़्यादा अधिक डिवाइसेस हो गए हैं और हैकर्स ज़्यादा क्रिएटिव एवं एक्टिव हो गए हैं। नतीजन कुशल साइबर सुरक्षा हेतु कुछ उपायों को करना मुश्किल है, लेकिन अगर हम निरंतर उपाय करें तो उसी समय कंप्यूटर और सेल फोन से लेकर अन्य डिजिटल माध्यमों के साथ में हम नेटवर्क और डेटाबेस तक सभी संपत्तियों को हमलों से बचाने हेतु कुछ साइबर सुरक्षा का निर्माण कर उसमें ध्यान देकर आगे बढ़ सकते हैं। धन्यवाद।
Next up we have Pinky Jauhar.
Respected dignities, good evening. My name is Pinky Jauhar, student of Vasudev Law College. My topic is Data Privacy and Security. 11 August 2023, Digital Personal Data Protection Act creates for the first time a data privacy law in India. It requires consent to be taken before personal data is proceeded